Hey guys, Boris from BK Forex. Let me ask you something. What makes Forex trading so hard? I mean, trading in general is really not that difficult in enterprise. It's either going to go up or it's going to go down. It's either going to find resistance or it's going to break through and continue in a trend-like fashion. I mean, basically prices just do two things. They either range or trend. But trading is extraordinarily hard. And why is that? Because trading involves news. And unexpected news can blow up your positions. I mean, how many times have we been in a trade where we had really good profits going and then boom, suddenly a piece of news comes out that is unexpected, that is on the opposite side of what we thought was going to happen, and all of our profits, not to mention our losses, start to accumulate. And if we have stop losses, we get stopped out sometimes very quickly on an unexpected news event. Or we could just be sitting in a position, nothing really going on, and then all of a sudden a tape bomb comes in and bomb, all of our positions get completely blown up against unexpected news. So let me ask you, what if you could trade news better? What if you could create a situation where you could enter post-news to avoid slippage and volatility? What if you had really nice, logical, quantifiable rules that could find the best time to enter the trade? And you could trade all the majors, euro dollar, pound dollar, Aussie dollar, and you could trade as little as 5 to as many as 25 times a month. And the best part is, if the setup that you had was 80% or better accurate. Well, Kathy and I have been working very, very hard over the past year in developing just this kind of a setup. We call it the Ajax indicator. And it's a term that we basically borrowed from poker, because in poker, Ajax means aces, jacks. That's the best starting hand you can have, and it puts the probabilities in your favor. Now, just like in poker, having aces, jacks does not guarantee you're going to win the hand. Neither does having Ajax indicator guarantee you're going to win a trade. But it gives you a much better leg up on the position. It allows you to put the probabilities very, very high in your direction. And that's what makes the Ajax indicator so incredibly powerful. How can it help you? Well, it can find short-term ideas every single day. It also can find high probability signals that take you in and out of the market, generally in less than an hour, maybe sometimes 2, sometimes 3. But overall, the trades that Ajax runs are very short-term, so it doesn't expose you to any more additional market risk. And then for those of you who kind of like to trade longer-term ideas, there's ways to turn the Ajax indicator, which is a short-term news trading indicator, into much longer, much more interesting swing trading ideas with potential of 100 plus more pips in the trade. Let me just show you a couple of results of Ajax over the last couple of years that we've traded on a variety of news events. This is U.S. non-farm payrolls. Now, one of the things that you'll notice, by the way, about the Ajax indicator is that it runs a negative risk-reward ratio. The losses are 20 points, the wins are 10. But on the other hand, the wins are much more numerous than the losses, and that's exactly what we try and shoot for. The reason, of course, that we need to have such a wide differential between risk and reward is because we're trading on a short-term basis and because we're trading in a fat spread market. I want you to understand that all of these results that I'm showing you, we've back-tested on the worst possible spread you can imagine, maybe about 2.5 to 3 points wide on euro dollar to pound dollar, basically trying to mimic the general retail environment and to see if a regular retail trader trading Ajax could expect to have positive results. So we've tried to basically recreate very realistic conditions in order to be sure that this is something that could be valuable for anybody who trades retail trades Forex on a retail basis. So here's non-farm payrolls, example of over the last couple of years. You can see that the chart looks quite good. Here's Australian employment, another relatively decent result. Here's ECB rate decision, notoriously difficult, by the way, to trade. And one of the interesting things you'll notice about the Ajax indicator is you see all these little zeros over here. The zeros tell you there's no trade. The great thing about the Ajax indicator is that it not only gets you into good quality trades and tries to avoid as many bad trades as possible, but it also does not take neutral or non-high probability trades. This is one of the great things about consecutive and consistent winning trades. The systems that basically avoid bad or sort of mediocre trades are much, much better than systems that just simply trade randomly or trade consistently all the time like a dumb robot. This system has a very, very sophisticated filter. And in a situation like this, which is a very hard event to trade very often, the fact that it kind of stands down a lot is actually a positive thing. Here's the example of German IFO, a much more quantifiable event, and you can see that it trades this event just as well. And here's an event from the UK side, UK PMI Services, another very, very active event with high volatility that it trades very well over the last year. So let me just do a little bit of a summary for you just to show you exactly what the results were. So for the NFPs, it did 19 out of 21 wins. There was obviously more trades, but it stood down. There was a couple of zero non-events for about a 90% win rate for the NFPs. For Australian Labour, it did 16 out of 19 wins for about an 84% win rate. For the ECB meeting, which was a very, very tough event to handicap, as you can see, it did 11 out of 13 events for an 84% win rate. And I'm just basically, of course, rounding out these numbers, but they're rounded out to the next digit. In IFO, it did 17 out of 21 wins over the past events for about an 80%. It's a little bit, it's actually 81, but I'll make it 80% win rate. And then for UK PMI Services, did 9 out of 10 over the last year for a 90% win rate. So you can see, not only is it very consistent, but it's consistent across a variety of events from various different parts of the world, trading various different currency pairs. And of course, that I think is one of the more interesting aspects of how the Ajax trades. Now, I've just given you a little bit of a hint of what Ajax is all about. And if you really want to find out all the details of our strategy, if you want to basically know the rules and more information, we have a full video on the Ajax indicator at http://coursebkforex.com/Ajax_indicator. Unfortunately, I can't make this link clickable for you in the video, but as you can see underneath this Twitter feed, the link is very much clickable, and inside the YouTube, in our comment section, the link is clickable as well. So feel free to explore the information on the Ajax rules, and if you like it, we hope to join you there. We've made everything very simple, we've made it codifiable, and we hope that you guys will enjoy the Ajax rules as much as we do.